Okay, so we got more information about the tower endgame mode, right? The new permanent event, probably the new, if I have to guess, also new refreshable endgame mode, right? I wouldn't find it weird if they do two certain amount of floors, and then after that, a part of the floors are refreshable or something, right? Just to give us something else to do, right? More things to do in the game. I don't know about y'all. This is my favorite gacha right now. A close second is Wuwa, and then HSR is the third. And I just want more things to do in CCZ, right? I feel like HSR has a bunch of cool end games, right? There's the weekly simulated universe, there's the emergent universe, there's like 4 different modes of simulated universe. There's a lot of things to do. CCZ kind of feels like it needs a lot more. So I am happy that they're doing something new, right? Especially if there's new events, this new permanent game mode. And hopefully this will also become refreshable, maybe even on a weekly basis, so you actually have more things to do throughout the game overall, right? So let's see the new leaks that we got for it. So unless I'm missing a file, I see nothing implying that the tower stops at floor 85. In fact, it appears to go up to floor 100 with a separated mode for infinite flowers. Not flowers, infinite floor. My bad, infinite floor. If people would like me to, I can post a bit of information on the mode I found. I'm quite excited for it myself. So the other ones that we have is tower information number 1. Players can use their own agents and bank boosts to challenge the tower, with the goal of reaching higher floors and obtaining rewards such as film and master tapes. Continuous struggle. The tower consists of multiple floors with a large number of enemies. The HP of all agents and bank boosts fixed after entering the tower. Stronger enemies. The enemies in the tower are stronger than those on the street. I mean, that we already knew from the live stream, right? They have special skills and will do much higher damage. Lovely. Will they be an HP sponge though? Or is it going to be a little bit more like the ambush now that only resets once per patch? That the enemies don't have that much more HP, but they actually hit you pretty fucking hard, right? Because I'm gonna be honest here, I don't want bullet sponges, right? I don't want a huge ass HP pool. I want enemies that are actually challenging, right? They are super aggressive, that deal tons of damage. This way, it actually makes me want to be a better player, right? And improve my characters too. Honor Badge. By reaching certain floors and defeating certain enemies, players can obtain the Honor Badge of the corresponding floor. The Honor Badge can be displayed on the player's name card. I don't know if you guys saw my first video on this, but I've talked about this. I feel like if they're going through all the effort of adding badges, right, and different tier of badges, it feels to me that maybe on the future they would also be willing to add like a leaderboard, right? And maybe, for example, top 100 get X amount of extra pools, maybe just 1 or 2 pools, right? And the top 1,000 gets like half a pool and something like that. Like nothing huge, right? So people feel FOMO, but like some incentive to make people want to play more, right? And actually want to build up their characters more. Because right now, if you guys are doing Shiyu, you don't even have to have the 2 teams with the core skills all the way to F, with their basic attack, skills, ults, dodges all the way to 12, right? If you have everything like 8 or 9, and then like the core skill to D or E, is already plenty, is more than enough to be able to complete everything in the game. Triple stars, right? Get all the rewards. So hopefully they will add a leaderboard to this mode so players will actually want to invest even more on their characters, right? And actually try to min-max the builds, right? And push the gameplay all the way to their limit as well, right? Because this way, this is how we actually learn different interactions, right? Different type of mechanics and everything else, right? If you don't have an opportunity to make people want to improve, there will be plenty of mechanics, different techs, and etc. that we will never find out about, right? So let's see what else we got here. So tower information 2, honor badges. By reaching certain floors in the simulated battle trial, you can obtain different ranks of badge of honor depending on your achievements. Start off with initial battle bronze badge. Complete floor 5 to obtain the entrapment silver medal. Complete floor 10 to obtain the onslaught gold badge. Complete the 15 to obtain dominance diamond. Complete the 20 to obtain the battle master. 25 to undefeated legend. And that's it? It ends on the 25? What the hell? I thought we were gonna get all the way up to 85. Display these badges in your profile to show off to your friends. So yeah, that type of shit, like badges and everything else, I don't think they're adding them just to flex. I feel like they're thinking of different and creative ways to try to instill, right, to create, to promote a healthy competition between players, right? And make people strive for more, upgrade the characters more, learn to play better, and all of that, right? Tower information 3, floor theming. So from floor 1 to 5 are training, 6 to 10 is skirmishing, 11 to 15 is clash, 16 to 20 war, 20 to 21 to 25 is carnage, and above 25 is endless conflict. So these are just cute naming schemes, right? So you feel like you're progressing more and more, right? After completing the floor 25, the Carnival challenge will be unlocked. Each time the challenge is completed, the opponent will become stronger. The finalization rewards, the end reward, will be determined by the highest floor reached. There will be no reward for floors that have not been challenged. Okay, so basically after the 25, you're gonna have to, because for example, in here is 1 to 5, you can't heal, right? And whenever you start to 6, you go back to full HP, and 6 to 10, you can't heal. And then 11 to 15, you can't heal. 16 to 20, you can't heal. 21 to 25, you can't heal. And 25 all the way to 85, if I'm wrong, you won't be able to heal, right? Unless they add in some of those destructible objects that give you like partial healing, partial energy. I don't think they will, but maybe, right? Because having to climb 60 floors with no healing is probably going to be pretty tough. Not gonna lie, right? So that's sick though. The fact that there are 60 floors that we won't be able to have, apparently, that we won't have any type of healing or assistance involved, is going to actually make this super fun to play. I feel like everyone's gonna want to grind this day one as soon as this releases, right? Let's see. Tower information 4, demonized enemies. So normal enemies, elite enemies, and mini bosses and powerful bosses may all gain a buff known as demonized. Sometimes you can cleanse demonized by using appropriate strategies. Hone your skills to get the top. So for example, maybe there will be a mob that's running away from you, and if you kill him, the enemy loses this type of a buff that he has, right? That modifier or something that he has. Or maybe you have to do particular things, right? Like for example, that dog that you can break their shell, right? Their tough shell, or however you call that. Maybe whenever you broke that, they stop being demonized, right? Maybe if you break the legs of the machine ones, right? The big drill ones. Maybe if you break those, they stop being demonized. Maybe they'll do something creative and interesting like this, right? That actually makes you have some like mini games, like some mini objectives inside the fight. That would actually be cool. Hone your skills to get to the top. Demonized enemies have 25% damage reduction and 50% damage bonus. It appears they used to have days reduction too, but that's now set to 0. Okay, so these values are probably still going to change, right? But that's sick though. So they're going to take 25% less damage and do 50% more damage. Okay, I mean, it depends also on their base numbers, right? Compared to, for example, a shield mob or a story mob. Like, what are we talking here? Is a 50% damage bonus based on which base version of the mobs, right? Are we talking about their Shield 7 version? Are we talking about their story version, right? It depends. Let's see, what else? Tower information 5, floor count. At first, the players are introduced to the tower as only having 25 floors. However, additional floors from 26 to 100 will unlock afterwards. I don't want to elaborate too much on this, as it's technically part of the story for this event. Just know that there are also achievements for reaching floor 100. I'll be waiting for you on floor 100. I don't know if you guys read fucking Pick Me Up Gotcha, the manhwa, but if y'all read, y'all can't imagine how hyped I am to be able to climb a tower with my fucking gacha characters that I level, that I cultivate, right? So this is going to be a blast for me. I don't know about y'all. I know that a bunch of people in gacha don't actually enjoy playing towers. That being said, most of the towers that we see on gachas, they are actually turn-based strategy gachas, and those feel a lot more dull, in my opinion, right? A lot more dull. I feel like by the fact that it is an action game, the towers are gonna feel a lot more entertaining and fun to actually climb, right? Maybe you guys disagree with me, but that's how I feel, right? Because the skill theoretically, the skill cap, right, the skill ceiling is gonna be much higher than a strategy game that you are only constantly taking binary decisions, right? But yeah, let's see, I guess. We got one more from Polito. Let's see. A tower clarification. Unless I'm missing a file, it's nothing that implies the tower stop at 85, intact at 100. Okay, and what he says, it seems that someone wanted to say that I was wrong, so I'll quickly show you how I justify my 85 levels. This person justifies that since there's an achievement that mentions level 100, this must necessarily be like that, so read below. there is a file, CFG file, called that string of numbers that has the detailed information of all available levels, including their enemies. If you simply go through everything until the end, you'll see the last available floor is 85. Also, there's another file that groups the plants by section. The floor beginning, combat, battle. Yeah, we already talked about that on the previous ones. You can check that the last level added is 85. That's the ID. You can check it in the picture above as well. That is, this person only relied on the text map and not on the files as such. So yes, what you can see as an evidence is that the clear existence of only 85 floors in the ready-to-play configurations. Sure, that being said, that does not mean that they won't be able to add the last 15 floors on the actual release of the 1.3 patch and whenever they add the event, right? They don't actually have to have all the 100 floors into the files itself, right? Just like the story is not in itself in its entirety on the betas, maybe they have a reason to be hiding the last 15 floors. So usually I would side with Polito because he is usually focusing on the files itself, which I would argue that they add more value to the information. In this case, though, I feel like maybe it is kind of like stories in betas inside Hoyo games where they just remove it, right? And maybe they have a reason to be removing the last 15 floors. Maybe because they want to surprise the player base, right? Maybe because they haven't finished yet. Who the fuck knows? Read the last is the Lifa message? Sure. Although there are only 85 configured floors, the information Lifa shared about the achievement tied to the floor 100 is also helpful. We can likely expect an increase in the number of floors very soon. Thank you for your work, Polito. Right? On Discord? Oh, there is more. Hold on, boys. So, this is this. Oh, hold on. This is the stuff I wanted to see. I was unable to find a file containing the data for each stage, so I assumed that it must be what they're going off if there's truly only 85 stages. Thank you very much for the clarification, Polito. If anyone's curious, you can find the thread here. Given some text in the quest, it may be possible they choose to add up beyond floor 100, but there's currently nothing to back that up. However, as of 1.3, it appears that there's only 85 floors currently accessible to fight. So again, they could be hiding the last 15 floors and only add it on the live service patch. They could add it on the second half of 1.3. They could add it on 1.4 going forward, right? The important thing here is to understand the general idea, right? It seems like the general idea is to keep improving the tower, which means that the tower won't be a static thing, right? Clearly, they show that they want to add more things to the tower, not the flower, the tower. Because if there's already an achievement for floor 100, and there's also an infinite floor separate mode, what matters is that they clearly showing that they want to, in the future, keep on iterating, right? Keep on improving, keeping on adding to the tower. And that, in my opinion, it's what matters, right? It doesn't matter to me if on launch we're going to have 85 floors, 100 floors, and infinite floors. What matters is that we clearly can see the intention of the devs to on the future add more and more things into it. And that's what I'm into, right? I don't mind if I'm going to have to wait 1 or 2 patches for them to do that. What matters is that they're clearly wanting to do that, right? The last thing that I need here is please a leaderboard, right? Maybe just the medals are enough, especially if you get extra rewards if you reach X floor before the reset, or however they want to improve upon that mode to actually make people want to play it more and more. But still, I'm already super hyped with this. I feel like this is going to add a lot of value to ZZZ. People are going to actually have things to do, strive for better builds, level up the characters all the way to max, right? This is going to make people want to play ZZZ more, play it on a daily basis, actually want to farm discs beyond being able to clear Shiyu everything on S, which is actually pretty reasonable. You don't really need biz stuff for that. So I am happy with this. Y'all probably are too. But tell me in the comments, what do you guys think? Do you guys think this is good? Would you guys like a leaderboard in that mode? Do you guys think this is going to be refreshable? Is this going to be one of the new endgame modes that we're going to get added in ZZZ? Do you guys like the medal system? Do you guys like infinite floors? Do you guys like towers or not? And what do you guys think of all of these new informations that we're seeing? Do you guys think doing 60 floors in a row is going to be tough? Do you guys think it's gonna be chill? Do you guys think they're gonna add healing spots throughout the 60 floors? But yeah, that's pretty much it for me today. If you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave it a like, subscribe to my channel, follow me on my Twitch. I do stream every day on both Twitch and YouTube, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Bye bye.